You know how so many times one describes life as a compound of circumstances, no? And believing that your life and your relationship or relationships depend on the circumstances. Well, now we want to talk about how actually striving for the architecture of your or your of your definition of a relationship is what should be guiding a relationship against your circumstances, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like what we've been doing since we met. And for instance, I remember when we went back to Miami, both of us, we've been away for so long, and we didn't have a place to stay. But our family, we're so lucky, family and a friend, they hosted us, and but we didn't have like our home. So Gabriel was so determined to live together. You know, I was trying to be this independent woman, always missing him. That you made sure that we were living together, even though we didn't have a home. So we were jumping up and down with our luggage from one home to another home, and one of the houses was under
Construction.
construction.
And we had that the this table that we made out of a cardboard box because in that situation we just didn't have a proper table we could eat at because the area was unavailable and other reasons, but like we just both had enough of a desire to create and open that space in what was going on around us to be with each other and meet each other in our mutual desire, so that we both knew that we wanted to make it happen. It
Yeah.
wasn't just one person wanting
Mm.
to make it happen. And then we both met each other there. And that meeting each other was like a recognition of the love itself that
Yeah.
strove to get to that point in the first place. So it's kind of this sort of
It's a cycle.
it's a cycle. It's like a circle. You know, it has no start and no beginning. It just is this unified point. And I think in the beginning, sometimes as you get to know each other and what what each other's actions and signs and communication is like, there might be one person who's pushing towards something, but then the other person doesn't get the signal, and then you just kind of ratchet and learn your way up to the point that you actually can know, okay, this is important, we're doing
Yeah.
this, and then from then on things just get exponentially more efficient or faster or more communicative, more
Yeah.
fluid because you know how each other work and you just know, yeah, we want to do this, and then the rest is just details.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
The rest is just circumstances, but if you strive for the creation of the relationship that you both know that you can achieve, don't wait for circumstances to be perfect, because they will never be perfect. So you have to create your own bubble, and that's something that I've been learning and that I love, because we really wanted to be together, to spend the rest of our lives together, and we committed to create our home within ourselves. So we didn't wait for a home to show up, or let's wait till we can, you know I don't know, build up a home or whatever. No, we created a home from within, because we knew always that the most important thing was our gear, which is the love. No, that's the most important thing. And then now that we're here in Alaska, it's amazing because we strive for other things, to honor the other. We work for so many hours a day, but still we make time to have lunch together. We don't want to miss one day without having lunch together, and having our dinner and our daily rituals, doing yoga together, waking
Yeah.
up early, going to the gym, and spending as much time as we can together, because we're in the formation, the build up of that relationship that we want. And we actually carry the relationship with us,
Yeah.
independently, regardless of the circumstances.
Yeah. It's this kind of exercise in any situation or any circumstance that we're in, it's the act of actually flexing the muscle to get to the point where we are in synchrony with each other, because we're both kind of flexing the muscle of desire and effort to bring about the most important thing, which is that the feeling of togetherness, the feeling of union. And then we keep thinking about, oh well, where are we going to move to next, or where's our next home going to be? But the more time goes on, the more we realize that we are the home.
Yeah.
And we just happen to traverse different roofs. We're under different roofs at different points. And because we're so used to now flexing those muscles, right? That ratcheting up that I was mentioning, where you're like, you get to know how you communicate and then you just meet each other's desire. The more of that you get used to doing in different situations, the more subtle your communication becomes. And then you get better and better at just reestablishing that home, or rather just keeping it continuous no matter what happens. Yeah. And then the outside world, in terms of the physical home or the physical shelter or the physical, table or whatever it is that is a circumstance in appearance, that becomes less and less quintessential to the actual making of the relationship in any given moment.
Exactly. Correct. And then you become more grateful for anything that really comes along the way, because it's a plus, because the creation of the relationship is already given, and anything that is extra, it's like a celebration. That's why probably we celebrate all the time.
Yeah, that's another topic worth talking about, is celebrating things, and we'll talk about that. That's its own little topic. For those of you watching, we'd love to hear any interesting ways you hack sort of your routine or your reality to find those little ritualistic, or the creating of the relationship in a moment, regardless of what's going on around you, or ways that you're thinking might be ways to do that for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you guys.
See you.